Welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. George Wright III here with your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and education. I'm excited to be dropping this episode a little bit earlier than normal. For those of you that sleep in, you probably won't know the difference. But for those of you that are up early, I hope that you appreciate this. I really want you to have a great week this week. And this week we're going to talk about how powerful decisions can shape your destiny, because decisions definitely give you the power to create your life. So today I've got a kind of a little bit of a treat for you. I'm going to share a couple of thoughts from one of my business partners, Robert Stuberg, out of the Creating Your Ultimate Destiny book that we have available. If you haven't picked up a copy of that book, we still have a few left. I paid for the books. You just have to pay for the shipping, and I'll send you one of these physical books. Just go to the link in our show notes, and you can pick up a free copy of that book. But I really want to talk to you today about how our decisions have shaped our lives, because I think many of you know that the decisions that you make in your life really do create your life. You've heard me talk about the quote from Wayne Dyer, and the thought he has about, as you look back on the tapestry of your life, things seem to make more sense. The decisions and things that you've done in your life seem to fall into place. But at a minimum, I'd like to point you out to the fact that as you look back in your life, I think you can see how the decisions you made in your life have shaped your life. And we've been talking for a couple of weeks now about how you can take the beginning of the year here and really create your ultimate destiny, create the life you want to live. We talked about how you can choose to chase your destiny rather than happiness or success and things like that. And when you choose to chase and create your destiny, those things will just come along for the ride, and the path will become the joy that you find and the fulfillment that you have. But I want to talk to you really about the power of decisions today, because your decisions have shaped your life, and your decisions are based on the belief systems that you have, and they're based on sometimes limited options, and sometimes in our own mind we've limited the options that we have. And I want to talk to you and just tell you a quick story, one that Robert shares in the book, of a really empowering and destiny-shaping example of a decision. And this is probably one of the best examples of how one decision not only shaped a young woman's destiny, but also helped shape the future of millions and millions of Americans. And that's of Rosa Parks, an African-American seamstress from Montgomery, Alabama. Most of you are familiar with the story, but maybe you haven't thought as much about the detail behind the decisions that happened, right? Because her famous decision helped spur the modern civil rights movement in the United States. This was back in December 1st, 1955. Rosa Parks was returning home from work, and she couldn't find a seat at the back of the bus where law required all black people to sit. So she took a middle seat. And when she was ordered to comply with the Montgomery's transportation laws to move so that a white man could sit down in her place, she made a decision. And it was a destiny-shaping decision for Rosa Parks, for the city of Montgomery, and eventually for the whole world, because Rosa Parks decided that she was entitled to sit in that seat, as entitled to anyone else, white or black. And it would have been easier for her to move. I think you can relate. Sometimes in life, it would be easier for us to do certain things. She could have rose to her feet and went meekly to the back of the bus, but Rosa Parks decided not to yield her position. Her decision remained firm, and she was arrested for failing to comply with the law. And 4 days later, that's when Martin Luther King Jr. led a boycott of the bus system by Montgomery blacks. And this was that spark that launched Dr. King into his position of leadership in the civil rights movement. And after years of boycott, the Supreme Court sided with the protesters, and Martin Luther King went on to win, many, many other battles for equality. And it's such an important story because, and I love the timing of that given the recent holiday in the U.S., because it illustrates not only how one decision can change the world, but it suggests that one of the prerequisites, as Robert would kind of talk about, for a destiny-shaping decision is the change of a belief structure, which is something that the book does a phenomenal job of talking about. But I just wanted to highlight that today because, of course, not all decisions are going to create generational change, right? Not all decisions are going to be monumental or inspire thousands. But each decision we make will lay the foundation of our own lives. And some of those decisions will create impact far greater than you could ever imagine. And, so it's not only important for you to make decisions to shape your life, because destiny, shaping decisions can change your life and create the life that you want and stop living reactive to the decisions and the life around you. But those decisions can also shape the world, and they can really make a big change and difference for other people. But they do require belief structure changes. So how do you change your belief structure in order to create destiny-shaping decisions? And I'll point out that when you change your beliefs, the way you look at things, the way you see things, the way you act on things, a world of possibilities open up to you when you're making decisions. It's this idea we talked about in the past about starting from solution rather than the problem, starting from abundance rather than scarcity. But what you have to do is you have to start along this topic we're talking about with shaping your life. You have to start with what you want in life. You have to decide that you want what you want in life, and you have to believe that you can influence your destiny. Because when you believe that you can influence your destiny, and you know what you want your destiny to be, then you can create and make decisions that will create massive impact for you, the people in your life, and others. And a helpful exercise for, changing your belief structures itself, and this is one that I've done before when I've mentored or been mentored, is take a look back on your life right now. Analyze the type of decisions you've made and the way you make your decisions. And, it's helpful for you to take that and look at that, because then what I suggest you do is look forward in your life. Are the decisions that you're making in your life, with where you spend your time, your interest, your focus, your passion, your relationships, your priorities, are those decisions taking you forward on a path that's going to end up where you want your life to be and in the process of where you want your life to be? Because if it isn't the right path, based on the current patterns of decisions that you're making, then you've got to drive new beliefs, and you have to start creating new decisions. And when you recognize that your decisions are not getting you where you want to be, that can help to drive that passion for creating new destiny-shaping decisions. The bottom line is this. Tomorrow is coming. Your future is coming, whether you plan for it or not. Your future will be here. And you can either go blindly into your destiny with fear and ignorance and scarcity, or you can go boldly into your future with a plan, with intent, with specifics, and with destiny-shaping decisions. The choice is yours. But the bottom line is you will be going into the future. It will happen, barring some event that maybe is outside your control. You're going to have a tomorrow, and that tomorrow is going to be based on the decisions you're making right now. So my goal for you this week, and my desire for you, is to create your life through destiny-shaping decisions. Decisions that challenge your belief system, that don't accept everything the way they are. Too many people right now are just accepting the way things are. They accept that they have no control over their life. They accept that they don't have any influence over their decisions. They feel like they're limited with circumstances. And make a decision that you can create your life, that if your decisions aren't taking you where you want to be in your life, that you're going to make different decisions. You're going to make empowering decisions. You're going to choose to believe, because it really is a choice. You can choose to create your destiny, or you can choose to be stuck with whatever destiny you end up with. And I encourage you to choose your destiny. It is possible. It is real. You do have the power inside you. You do have the abilities. You have way more talents than you've been using. And if you have stopped at all in the last little while, or if you've been doing it for a while and you've looked in the mirror and you've asked yourself, why am I not further along? Or I never thought I would be here. I always thought I would be somewhere else. You just have to remember and remind yourself that it's never too late to start living the life that you were meant to live. Every day is a new day. Every day is a new ability and chance and opportunity for you to make a decision. So it's Monday. It's time for you to make the decisions to shape your life. Choose where you spend your time. Be specific with your intent, specific with your purpose, and go boldly into this week creating new destiny-shaping decisions, and I think you'll see some powerful things happen in your life. That's my message for today. I look forward to talking with you tomorrow. Do me a favor and share this episode. Share it with at least one person. We don't charge anything for the content we have. We just want to be able to serve. Help us to do that. Look forward to talking with you more. My name is George Wright III, and this has been the Daily Mastermind. Have a great week.